to the entertaining Talkin' Sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. Of course, today Mike McCarthy went in for his interview. Not a lot of quotes have come out about that. That's why I didn't make a video on it. But he went in for the interview, so the Giants will move on to their next candidate in the process. But an article came out today about 3 hours ago from Jason Confora at CBSSports.com that I thought was very, very interesting about New York Giants potential head coach Matt Rhule. Now, some people seem to really like Rhule, like myself. I think he's the type of coach this team needs, a motivator, a young coach that's been able to flip over to, not so good college situations and turn Temple into a very good team. He turned Baylor into a potential playoff team going into next year. He's really gotten that program back on the right foot. He also has ties to the New York Giants organization. He's a former New Yorker. I think he's the type of guy that this New York Giants fan base would get behind, and I think he's worth a shot. Obviously, the cons to his game, he's never had a head coaching job or even a coordinator job in the NFL. Most of his success has come at the college ranks. So if you're a guy that values NFL experience, you're probably going to go with a guy like a Mike McCarthy over Matt Rhule, and I completely understand it. But Matt Rhule's the type of coach that I really do like. He's been, a lot of people have liked him. Even last year, he was one of the most sought-after coaches on the market. New York Jets fans wanted him badly, and I think a lot of New York Giants fans view him as their favorite. Either him or Martindale. Martindale seems to be moving up the ranks, and there's definitely some Giants fans that are in on McCarthy as well. But I'm a big fan of Rhule, and a report came out today by CBS Sports that basically said Rhule's either going to be a New York Giant or he's staying at Baylor. He is not considering any other opportunity, according to Matt Rhule, according to Jason Confora, talking about Matt Rhule. And this was, he gathered this information from NFL executives. But let's jump into the exact wording in the article by CBS Sports written by Confora, and here it is. There is a strong sense among various executives involved in ongoing NFL coaching searches that Matt Rhule is either the next coach of the Giants or staying at Baylor. The Panthers definitely want an audience with him if possible, and the Cowboys surely will too once they get around to letting go of Jason Garrett. But it just might be the Giants or nothing. Rhule is extreme leverage with the rest of the Giants candidates list not exactly full of sure things, and with another new extension from his school already in his back pocket as he catches rays in Mexico and plans his next move. The Giants' job is frankly a shell of what it once was considered to be after ownership keeps churning through coaches and refusing to let go of coaches and struggling general managers at the same time, and basically continuing to steal plays from Jimmy Haslam's hiring manual. So obviously, Confora doesn't say many good things about the Giants at the tail end of that. I don't necessarily believe that it's like as the least desirable job like he kind of leads on, but I do agree that it's not as desirable as it once was, being that we've gone through two coaches. And Matt Rhule certainly has all the leverage. He's under contract for 2027 with Baylor. He's thought to be, a god there. I know a lot of Giants fans were down on him after his performance there in his bowl game, but I'm still a big Matt Rhule fan. We'll see if the New York Giants do bring him on. I agree with this, though. I think if he does coach in the NFL, I think it will be as a Giant or he'll stay with Baylor. Because of his ties to New York, he's basically said that he wants to go to a place that he's comfortable in living. He's coached with the New York Giants before. He's familiar with the organization. The Giants are familiar with him. I think it's a perfect marriage from that sense. I think the Giants know what they're bringing in. A guy with a great work ethic, a great motivator, and a guy that has proven to be a strong coach at the college level. We'll see if the New York Giants rank him as their number one potential hire. That remains to be seen. Like I said, they're bringing in all these candidates. They've got 7, potentially 8 if they bring Garrett in. So we'll see where they rank Rhule on their list. The one thing I will say, Gettleman did come out and say that he's willing to give up power if that means he's willing to do whatever it takes, according to his interview on WFAN, if that means bringing in the right coach. He said it's up to the Giants, it's up to Mara, it's up to Tisch what my responsibilities will be. He also credited Mara and Tisch with firing Shermer. He said he was not fully behind that decision. So Gettleman, I don't think, is going to get in the way of this. Him and Rhule also, another thing to point out, have worked together before. They have a working relationship when he was here with the New York Giants. So really interesting stuff there with Matt Rhule. According to Jason Confora, it's the Giants or it's nobody, or it's Baylor. But he will not be an NFL coach, according to Confora, from his sources that are NFL executives, or at least that's the feeling around the league. If it's not with the New York Giants, he will remain on with the Baylor Bears. We'll see if that's right, and we'll see if the Giants do get an official interview with Matt Rhule. I think they will. He's on vacation, supposedly, according to that article right now in Mexico after his bowl game. But we'll see if he's the Giants man. As always, guys, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.